Carry on my wayward son, and there'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is either Randy Chavez coming at you today with a VeVe, OMI, DEFFINITY, DEVVE, DMC, daCat update video. Guys, oh god, I'm gonna have to redo this intro. I am so sorry. I forgot to go on the shit. Just give me 5 seconds and we will continue getting this bread. I have to update the stupid. All right, so Pump Fun is making me update. I don't need to claim that. And then we will redo this again. I will not sing the Carry On My Wayward Son again, but I will go on and tell everyone hello. And we are doing this. Oh, I reached at one point a almost $15,000 market. Okay. DOO and crypto talk going live in 3, 2, 1. I know you see somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful. Hey everyone, how's it going? It's either Randy Chavez. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, especially that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well for those of you on YouTube. We have a bit to go over today. Let's take a look at. I want to see what the volume is for OMI. We'll get there in. I don't want to go too long today. I'll do an hour-ish, maybe an hour 15. There's been a lot of stuff. Oh, shoot. I guess for my DDOO live on Pump Fun, I'm going to have to click the screen every couple of seconds, and that's going to be annoying. Anyway, let's do, what do I title this thing? VeVe sees more users, OMI, DEFFINITY, DEVVE, DMC, daCat, SHIRO, and DDOO. Let's take DEVVE is the first one that's coming up. So we are down about 3.5% on the day for DEVVE. DEVVE has about $395,000 in volume. I was watching a clip from the All In podcast this morning. It was about NASDAQ, and they had mentioned that all of their stuff is going on chain. They had mentioned that they have a what is that? They're going a 24/5, meaning that they're going to start trading equities 24 hours a day, Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday will not be. Check Telegram, search fight rugs. I'm sure there's a lot of rugs out there, and I'm sure you can go on and get that bread. But anywho, we're going to continue on. So the All In podcast had Adina. I forget her name. Not the lady that John Travolta said sung the Frozen song. The actual Adina something, CEO of NASDAQ, talking about how their stuff is going to be tokenized. Right now it's going to be 24/5, 24 hours a day from Monday through Friday. And it's just a lot of the stuff that I could see DEVVE doing. So I'm just going to go out and say that it's probably going to be them. From Subway, okay, very good. I don't know when they announce any of this stuff. Now, it is possible that DEVVE's exchange partner isn't even US. It might be London, it might be Beijing, it might not be New York, it might not be NASDAQ, might not be any of that, but I'm operating on the assumption that it will. If it is, this does a 10x pretty much overnight. If it does not announce any type of NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange, I think DEVVE goes actually way down. Anywho, let's do. Oh, it's at 47 cents now, $56 million market cap. Oh, I'm sorry, 56 million fully diluted. The non-fully diluted market cap is 41,000, or I'm sorry, 41 million. So again, and people are not feeling bullish on it today. 33% positive, 67% negative over on the CoinGecko. Let's go and take a look at if they've posted anything on X today, and then I will share that. Let's do, shoot, not now, DEVVE. Let's do DEVVE ecosystem and see what they're up to. Over the last, it was yesterday, just saying over $127 billion worth of DeFi lending has taken place so far in 2025, with over $86 billion locked into lending protocols, according to DeFi Llama. DeFi Llama's got 350,000 followers over on X, saying as tokenized loans move from pilots to production, capital will flow to venues that combine compliance, efficiency, and sustainability. And DEVVE's positioned to capture that demand with rapid settlement, infinite scalability, and easily deployable tools for developers building in any program language that's coming. We unlock the door to DeFi lending and borrowing on the world's most advanced chain. They go on to say that lending and borrowing is a key item on DEVVE's roadmap, bringing new utility to the DEVVE token. Learn more about the rapid growth. Link down below to you guys if you want to go sign up for the DEVVE exchange. You guys just find my X, find my YouTube, and you guys can find it as well. So that is for the DEVVE. Let's go to, where are we here? Let me go to DeLorean, and shout out to DeLorean for sponsoring the channel. They are really cool. DeLorean is up 3.5% on the day to 0042. They're at 10 million in volume, which is actually way down. It's like 30% down. I guess they're up to 13 million the day before. And then you have, well, everyone and their sister is commenting on Pump Fun about the least obvious rug. Lol. Check Telegram search. Blah 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 blah. I don't think I would do that. Anywho, $14 million market cap for DeLorean. I have not checked my slush wallet for any other. I haven't checked it for any other payments. I might have gotten paid the last couple days from what I don't know. That would have been my last payment. We shall see. We shall check. I have the technology. Let's see if DeLorean has anything. I think they do. If I'm not mistaken, if I go to what time? DMC? No, DeLorean Labs. Wow, there's so many people talking about that. Guys, I would not go to that Telegram just because if they have this much spam out there, probably not a good idea. Come join us for a unique DeLorean experience at Sui Fest. Why? Meet the team that's got some alpha, claim exclusive merch. It is going to be in October 2nd in Singapore during Token 2049. If y'all are going there. DeLorean says DMC is now trading on Gate US official. Gate US is currently operational in 40 states. Please find their list of licenses over on their X page. DMC is now trading on there. Good for them. Say the ticker is DMC. That is fair. And that's for DeLorean. Let's go outside of DeLorean. Let's take a look at another one that sponsors the channel. SHIRO, Nico. My back. My other back. Okay. We're going to go to SHIRO, Nico. Take a look at it. Up 0.4% on the day. So pretty small amount, but it is up, and I will take that. $369,000 in volume, $3.8 million market cap. So it is. The gap between daCat and SHIRO has gradually gotten smaller. Can daCat actually overtake SHIRO? We'll see. I mean, SHIRO, Nico, has a lot more whales. The bar to become a whale in SHIRO is not that big. The bar to become a whale in daCat is very big. And we're just waiting to see what they do. We're waiting to see how they continue on. I think that they're going to continue existing until the narrative hits, and when that happens, if they can get it, damn, are they going to go insane because they have an insane community. So let's take a look at their X as well, because I know that they've posted a couple of things. Kind of forgetting what they are. Bill Gardner says first, boy. What's up, Bill Gardner? How's it going, ma'am? Meow. Bill Gardner says maybe have I told you lately? All right, let's see what SHIRO Nico's posted the last couple of days. Powell must have had someone in his ear about rate cuts. SHIRO Nico's posting about it. Welcome aboard, SHIRO. Oh, Ethereum's favorite cat's out of the bag, and he's bringing trouble to every map from Polygunners. Has 3,000 followers over on X, saying it's about to get clawed. I guess SHIRO Nico's going to be a character on there, which is really cool. What's up, Croner? How's it going, fam? Yeah, SHIRO Nico 23 hours ago posting and saying, if you had to watch one crypto show for the rest of your life, what would it be? And it's SHIRO Nico's episode 5. Some of this is going to be in the comic. That'll be on VeVe later this year. SHIRO Nico says, who's all going out? It's for the Blockchain Futures Conference. The SHIRO Nico Foundation is powering the future at Futurist Miami. Proud to welcome SHIRO as an official bronze sponsor of the 8th annual Blockchain Futures event. That is November 5th and 6th. In Miami. I may or may not go to that. I'm not 100% sure. Guys, I had a wicked time in New York the other day. I was there 2 days ago. I will talk about personal stuff later, but first, we have the news we have to get to. 7 hours ago, SHIRO Nico had posted, attention all SHIRO cats. If you haven't seen yet, there is less than 24 hours to sign up for our Ambassadors Club program. Join the official Telegram to learn more. So that's really interesting. I wonder what they're going to do. Are they going to try to, we'll see. We'll see. Gotta love the SHIRO Nico peeps, though. All right, anyway, let's go on. Laughing Man says, what up, faithful? Ye old faithful. Howdy, howdy. Howdy, 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 howdy. Okay, what else we got here? Let's do DDOO. DDO. Okay. Where is DDOO? And it is the daCat. The daCat has $95 in volume this past day. $14.5 thousand market cap, but it says 9K liquidity, but it's like 6,600 in daCat, 3,500 in Sol. So, but I mean, honestly, not bad. Really not bad as far as the ratio of which the liquidity is to the market cap. Really not bad. I'm not one of those people that have like 50% of the supply. I'm going to dump it when it reaches 100,000. Like I have 1% of the supply. So it wouldn't hurt the chart even if I did sell, which I wouldn't, because right now it's like $150, so I'm not going to do that. At some point, I will go on and use the rewards. Some of the rewards, I mean, a portion of that's going to go to charity. A portion of those rewards are going to go to supporting the chart. A portion will go to daCat. A portion will go to ladies on Solana. And the other portion will go to me, which honestly is pretty much nothing. But I thought that was cool. Anywho, that's the creator rewards, and that's daCat. So you guys know, because I talk to you guys every night. You guys do not yet know yet. After I am done here and I stream for an hour, hour and a half, I stream for another hour continuously on Pump Fun. Why? It's because I go in and I'm writing a daCat comic for VeVe, and we'll get revenues from that. That'll go to supporting the chart. That'll go to supporting me and all that jazz. And basically they're seeing me write a comic in real time, and it's really cool. I don't think anyone else has ever done this in the history of the world. Like I've seen my friend Josh, he's an artist. I've seen him draw comics like, hey, we're doing this panel today. We're doing this, and it's cool. And you get to see the artist kind of do his thing, but I've never seen a writer live stream like as he's writing the lines. Yes, daCat would say this. daCat wouldn't say that. This is why we have to, and it's really cool to see, because I would love it if I was a fan. Granted, nobody's a fan of. I mean, a bunch of people are fans of daCat because he's been here for a while, but the character has not made an appearance yet. What's up, Planet Vampire? How's it going? Ye old faithful. Love you, Planet Vampire. Jack Lotte, is OMI ever going to go back to the 0002s? I don't know. We actually I could actually talk about that, because we have a person on YouTube named Jason Zorda saying, what's your main reason for not being as bullish because on OMI? Because he had said, I remember the days when we thought, OMI might go to $1. I don't think I ever said that. I mean, I did in the sense of like, yeah, in the 2030s, we could see OMI at several dollars, assuming there's a lot of burns, assuming the crypto market goes crazy. Again, like 10 years from now. But I never said $1 this cycle. 50 cents this cycle might be something. Yeah, I definitely said that in a golden goose scenario. In a golden goose scenario, I think that OMI could reach 50 cents. I don't think it deserves that at all. I think a crazy amount of things would have had to have happened. None of them had happened yet. So some of them have happened, but most of them have not. I don't think it's getting there. Then 30 cents, again, same thing in a blow off top or a close to a golden goose case scenario. It could that still happen? Sure. I hope y'all know that's a 1,000x from here, which is insane. 10 cents, yeah. I could still see that even without a golden goose scenario for OMI. I could see that as, because that's a 300x from here, but still something that is well within the realm of possibility. It is, I wouldn't even say on the upper end of normal. It is like stuff would have to go cray. And then he said now 2 to 4 cents. And he's like, well, what's your main reason for it going down again? Is it lack of communication on the token? And I told him there's too many options for people. And people get distracted easily. Like, let's say you're in a Well, I had said people will buy other things, not because they're a better investment, but because they just don't know what's better. It's like ask a guy what he uses for face scrub, what he uses for body wash, what he uses for shampoo, and the guy's just like, I just use bar soap for everything. I don't use like girls will have 50 million things. Girls will have like half a dozen things just for showering, not including like the after. Like it's insane. And guys that use the same bar of soap for their balls as they do their face. Uh, I don't know why guys have generally better skin, and they don't have to do as much. Anyway, ask a guy about the right facial scrub and the right body, and it's just like, bro, I use this 3-in-1 thing, and and the reason I say that is because if a guy gets turned into a girl, it's going really weird, but just follow me on this. Guy has to live as a girl for a day, and he's like, okay, what's going to be the best shampoo for my hair? And you realize that there's like 100 things that you can buy just in a random store that you walk into, not including all the stuff that there is out in the real world on Etsy, Amazon, all that jazz. And he'll say like, okay, it's what are the odds that you're going to get something that's right for you? Like probably not. Like you're probably not going to get it. What are the odds that you're going to get something that works for you, that's solid, that's cheap, sufficient? You're just probably not going to get it. So I say that people buy other things not because they're a better investment, but because they don't know what's better. And when you have people that are new, and new people come in every cycle, when you have people that, even if you're not new, even if you don't know, if you're not good at investing and you've just been around but you're just not good at it, there's so many other things out there, and you can get somebody that's a really good at sales. You can get somebody that's exceedingly that's worked on his or her craft, that's like, I like these because of X, Y, and Z, and they will and they will convince somebody that is not good. They will convince someone that has like a little bit of knowledge, because that little bit of knowledge can be very dangerous. And a good salesman will convince them that generally a bad product or project is a very good product or project. And that's what's going to happen here. I've seen it already. I've seen people be like, yeah, I'm not going to buy that. I'm going to buy this. And it's like, okay, what are your reasons? I just like it. Okay, why do you like it? It's like, well, I watched this video and this guy really likes it. Okay, what's his reasoning? He's like, because it, I don't really know. Or he didn't really say. He just says he likes it because, and they'll say something where like, I can't really recall what he said, but just the way I felt after I watched it was what just made me have this conviction. And I was like, listen, conviction is great if you know what you're talking about and you could back up the points that have your conviction that made you that way. But if you just say, well, the guy made me feel good, okay, so can a $30 hooker. Not that those exist. I'm sure they do in the stranger, more derelict parts of Atlantic City, I'm sure. But just because somebody makes a nice speech, or because somebody says something that like, yeah, everyone's going to tell you that, you're wrong, but it's because they're not on your levels, because they're not in the trenches like you. And it's like, that's exactly what ChatGPT does to these random girls. They like love bomb them into like leaving their significant others. And now you have this whole ass my boyfriend AI subreddit, which is insane, but again, it happens. And that's why I'm thinking that OMI probably doesn't get to 8 to 10 cents like I originally thought, because there's a lot more options for people out there. There's a lot more salesmen that'll make their whole identity about one thing, and that's it. So yeah. So will we ever go back to the 0002s? We did last week. Let me take a look at a Comey right now, because we haven't looked at it yet. We are at 000339, and over the last 7 days, we were at 000. We were at 0002951 7 days ago, so we were back in the 0002s for OMI. But we're up 12% on the week. We're up 74% on the month for OMI. And again, like, where do these spikes keep coming from? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have so many random spikes over the last month, and I don't even think that they're random. I think that the fact that you have Shah, the guy who's in charge of listings on Coinbase, and you have Jesse.base.eth, who's like Mr. Base, They go out and they say like, hey, who's based? What are the best projects building on base? And they have the OMI community manager, Foster Hill, consistently get the most responses and the most impressions on those people's posts, and they're willfully ignoring us right now. I would bet 30% of my net worth that those people are actively buying. I would bet 30% of my net worth that those people are actively going off and saying, okay, yeah, I see it. But before we publicly endorse it, we're going to stack our bags. And I guarantee you others in their same position, like in their network, are doing that as well. And I'm willing to bet that that is our, I'm willing to bet that that is where those spikes are coming from. I feel like that meme on TikTok where they put Sergeant Doakes driving. It's like, I can't prove it yet, but this is what I think. Will they ever come out about it? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But anyway, that's my thought about them going back in the 0002s. So I am going to get a little more OMI in the next 2 weeks before the end of the month. It unfortunately won't be, I won't get to like 300 million. Or I have 275 right now. I'll get to 280, 285. What is 10 million? 3 grand, 3,500. I'll get to 280 something. I don't know what yet. And then I'll keep you all posted. And if someone out here, oh, do we have a little buy order here for? No, we do not. All right, we're looking at the 14. Why does that say 14.9 billion? That's clear. It should only be 14.9K. For daCat. I don't know why it says billion on there. That is what made me a heck ton of money then. Clearly that's not it though. Oh gosh, I have so many. Ooh. Anyway, $14,900 market cap for daCat. Gotta love it. Man says, if we all keep believing it is. Believing we're what? Believing we're what, fam? Oh, Marcus Dodger saying, good evening. Good evening. How's it going, fam? Yeah. Laughing Man says, hola, Omar. Echo712 says, me and my boys are going on a health kick starting Sunday and ending when GTA 6 drops. You know what? Let's do it. Freaking do it. You want to know why, Echo712? Because when I went to New York this 2 days ago, I hadn't drank since August 30th was my last day of drinking. I went like 2-ish weeks. And then one of my really, really, really good friends, love her. My friend Lilith came to New York and she's just like, let's hang, let's party. It's like, all right, let's get this bread. And we just happened to go and we got a little swifty. We got drunk. I kicked my 2 weeks of sobriety for her return because we see each other every other year. It's really not that much, and I want to go have fun. So I get there midday on Wednesday. We party until like midnight-ish, and then I meet a friend, and then I meet another friend, and then I just kind of have these other people I haven't seen in a while. And then before you know it, hey, my flight's at 5 a.m. I have to go, and I am starting to feel it. Like I'm sipping water. I'm like, oh, I'm so tired because I hadn't slept in 24 hours. Like, okay, let me. I was very hungover. I was like, man, I'm not gonna make it. So I head to LaGuardia. I go in, and it's like 7 o'clock, and I can't sleep on the plane for whatever reason. I can't. And then we head to. I just felt like crap all day on Thursday, and even part of today. So yes, Echo 712. I will join you in that health kick. Let me know what I got to do. I'll do that. Left Man says, what's prompted the clean shape, the clean living? Well, for me, it was just because I don't like being fat, and life is infinitely better when you're in shape. You can walk farther, you can walk for longer, you can do a lot of other things just more efficiently, and things are more fun when you're in shape as opposed to when you're fat. So heck, being fat. Baby Zombie says, yo, what up, Zombie? Zombie, oh. Kuma says, what's up, fam? What's going on? Meow, 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 meow. Laughing Man's, yo, Zombie, what's in your head? In your head. What's up, Kuma? This Laughing Man just trying to live, bro. Same here. Is Candace Owens going to be bankrupted by Brigitte Macron. I don't think so. I don't think Candace Owens can be bankrupted by her. I don't know why they would want to, but we shall see. We shall see. What else we got here? We got Laughing Man's good stuff, my man. Thank you. Thank you. Far too kind. Richard Samuel, good morning. Good morning with the number, with another VeVe Gold logo hat over there. Is the FCC going to allow Randy Chavez to speak? I always speak. I speak for the trees. For the trees have no tongues. It's a Lorax reference, in case anyone's forgotten. When K-pop Demon Hunter's on VeVe, bro, I would love that. We're going up, so humble, gonna be golden. Oh. VeVe Zombie says, "Hey, Randy, can you send me a clear picture of Dashi so I can start making memes?" Yeah. When I'm done with this, I'll totally be able. Yeah, remind me. Anyway, we didn't go over Definity yet, so let me do Definity before we get back to Dashi Do. Where is the Definiti? DEFX. Oh, Definity's up 7% on the day. Let's go. Congrats to you. 10,000 in volume. We have a $2.98 million market cap. Very good. Under 2 cents is ridiculous for this token that does hundreds of thousands per month. However, I will say that I have not talked to Manu, the co-founder and CEO, for a while now. Been a couple weeks, so I'll let y'all know when that gets back. We'll have him on the podcast. That'll be great. Me and Crypto Rain will do a duel. We'll double team him. I mean that in the most normal way. And that's for Definity. Okay, we did SHIRO, we did DDOO, daCat, DMC. Okay, yeah, we're good. Let's take a look now. Echo 712, and let's go. No sugar, no fast food, no fried food, no alcohol. Keep the carbs low, the usual. I might even start tomorrow. I would have said I would have started today, but I had a bunch of Doritos. So today it was clearly not the start for me, but I will have that another time. Anyway, let's start with some of the news here. What do we got? Rudy Name Coast is level 100. He's the 99th person to reach level 100. Who's going to be the 100th? I don't know. BlackRock the other day bought $149 million worth of Bitcoin, $26 million worth of Ethereum. A whale on the 18th, that was yesterday, has bought 18,000 Ethereum worth $82 million. You have BNB reaching $1,000, which is insane. Bitcoin Weekly stochastic RSI has crossed up, confirming a strong bullish signal. Every time the signal came in the past, Bitcoin was oversold and then pumped up. I've seen Bitcoin dominance be falling, but maybe now it pumps. I mean, we had the rate cuts, we had the sell the news event. Let me double check. To see what the. Oh yeah, it's been a steady thing down for yeah. Bitcoin's down 1.5% on the day. We have Ethereum down 3%, XRP down 3%, Solana down almost 4%, Dogecoin down 5%, Lido Stake down 3%, Cardano down 4%. Like the whole thing is fucking bloody. So at some point, people will stop selling and they will go in and buy, and then it'll go crazy. What I'm waiting for people to do is to buy into DDOO, and then I could show them how well it can do. We're actually at all-time highs over here for DDOO, so good times. Let's move on. Where was I? NVIDIA to invest $5 billion in Intel, that's INTC. And then the Bank of England keeps rates unchanged at 4%. Interesting. US-India tariff deal will be resolved within 8 to 10 weeks. So within the next 3 months, we will get that. This is the 8th person on my pump fund telling me to check Telegram search at Fight Rugs. I will never go into that because the spam has left me with a bad taste in my mouth. David Yu had posted on his Instagram about ChatGPT tricks, saying these are the first AI glasses with a high resolution display and a neural band. That was what Facebook, aka Meta, had opened up. And guys, I gotta show you something. What do we have here? Fuck, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. It is, what is this guy named? Linus. All right, Linus Eckenstam. Okay, we're gonna go on X and we're going to search Linus Eckenstam, who has 216,000 followers over on X. And this is going to be something that'll be crazy. I will show you as soon as I can get it up. Going up, okay, I don't know where this dude had shared this video about hydrate. Okay, here we go. This is art, Mr. White. How do you know what is real? This is insane. All right, that. God, it's where I can't. That is bananas. AI is about to change the freaking game, and I don't know. There's already a bunch of companies that are way overvalued, and people are going to buy them at the top, and then they'll rug, and then they'll be absorbed, and they'll be bought, and they'll be. And that's the same thing I see, and this is why I think I can raise my estimates for OMI from 2 to 4 cents to like 3 to 5 cents or 4 to 6 cents, is because nobody knows how to invest. And I've seen this before. NFTs, metaverse, AI. You're in AI? Let me give you $1 billion. You're in the metaverse? Let me give you $100 million. You're in NFTs? Let me give you $1 million. NFT NYC 2022, everyone and their sister was coming up to me, Crypto Rain, and Dr. Stuff, offering us thousands of dollars to make videos for them. And it's like, no, we don't know you. And even if we did, like, you have, and we try to get to know them. Okay, you have an unsold PFP project with no IP. There's nothing in the works. There's no revenue. What happens if you don't get this sold out? Even once you sell it out, what happens to it? Like there was no business plan at all. It was just, you're into NFTs. Oh my God, you have this NFT project. Oh my God, let me give you money. And that's the same exact thing we're just having with AI right now. It's the same exact thing that new people will make a mistake about when that NFT bull market comes back, as it will for gaming, as it will for metaverse, as it will for AI. They'll just say like, okay, yo, bro, it's into AI, because I guarantee you that 95% of people here will listen to somebody that has a little bit of knowledge, like technical knowledge in AI, and say like, hey, this is what we can do. And the knowledge will be like way over their heads. And I'm like, you know what? I didn't understand half of what he said, but he was a good salesman. It sounded like he knew what he was talking about. All you need is someone with a little bit of technical knowledge and good sales experience, and they will sell. They will sell it. And it's, if you can at least look at the underlying business, you'll be able to tell, oh, okay, this company at least has revenues. Like, what have the previous owners been doing before this new company? Have they been successful? Who's in their network? What's their net worth? Do they get girls? And the reason why any of this matters is because in certain security clearances of government, you have credit checks, and you have like, because you're only as strong as your weakest link. If you're working, let's say, for NSA, and you have like 500 credit, they're gonna fire you because you're a weak link. You are easy targeting, because someone can just say like, hey, we'll fix your credit, we'll offer you this. And in that same breath, I'll say like, that works for anything. Like, if you don't have friends, if you don't have family, if you again, if you don't get girls, you are more likely to throw one of your boys or one of your businesses or yourself under the bus just for some pussy. And like, I don't think you can ever really trust someone 100% that doesn't, because they've never had it. And I've seen it before where someone will throw one of their friends under the bus for some tail. And so again, moving on. Oh God, there's comments here. We got Ethan Mascarena saying, Randy, every time you mention the 8 million transactions per second and stock exchange partnership, I end up buying more DEVVE. But I'm curious about something. Okay, you're curious about something. How come your Definity bag isn't bigger than DEVVE? It is. It is 100%. With this much bullishness. Shouldn't it be the other way around? DEVVE bag the size of Definity and Definity. It probably should be, but I've just, well, I don't actually work for DEVVE. I'm an affiliate part. Like my affiliate link for DEVVE is down below. Well, not for you guys. For you guys, it is. On Pump Fun, you have to find me on X, find me on YouTube, and then you'll see that. Sign up for the exchange. You'll get your own affiliate link. So outside of me being that affiliate partner, I don't really work for DEVVE. I do not work for DEVVE. I don't own any part of the business. I have not been compensated in any way for anything. They don't sponsor the channel. I've never been given tokens for anything. I've never been given anything for anything. So it's easier for me to have stacked Definity because they own part of the channel. They sponsor the channel. I own part of the DMA link, that parent company. I own part of their. We are very, very well intertwined. So that's why I have more Definity and Definity related products than I do DEVVE, because they have we have that strategic partnership. Whereas me and me and Manu are, and not that me and Tom aren't. I love Tom. Tom Anderson, the founder, is an amazing dude. I love him, and we talk every now and then. And good dude. If you ever needed anything, I'd be like, yeah, okay, I'll help. I'll see what I can do. The Definity, and so, but it's also, I've had this partnership and I've had this stuff with Definity for longer than I have with DEVVE. And also with a $3 million market cap, it's a lot easier to stack and have a bigger impressive bag than it is for DEVVE. There is a chance that if DEVVE runs first, which right now it's looking like it might, then I'll have a bigger bag of DEVVE than I do Definity, just because it'll do like that 10x. And when it does, if Definity's still down here, yeah, I'll take some profits and I'll put it into Definity. All right, there's like literally 8 people asking me about, like, guys, whatever that Fight Rugs is, I would not go to it because the amount of spam that I'm getting from that is ridiculous. But it's just easier for me to stack Definity because I've gotten paid in tokens before, and I've gotten paid in equity before, and I've gotten paid in a lot. Like, I've done a lot of work. So this is why I haven't spent as much on OMI this past 2 years. Because if my money goes farther elsewhere, as in I get more bang for my buck, as it, it's just a lot easier to stack other stuff. So for Definity, yeah. I also know what they're making. And I know it's easier for me to, because I know the ins and outs of them more so than I do with VeVe. It says, Randy, make VeVe great again. I'll say this, for VeVe, I don't, it's not that I don't need, like, we all want the prices of things to go up. We all want OMI to go up. We all want our crypto bags to go up. But there's only so, even if VeVe did hire me for, let's say, marketing, and I could put some really good stuff with marketing already, that helps active users for the next month or two. But it doesn't, that's it. It doesn't go in and fix the other stuff that some people thinks need to be fixed. Is as good as it can get. I can't say what that is. I can't say why. But remember in Star Wars Episode 1 where Qui-Gon Jinn talks to the council about Obi-Wan Kenobi, saying, he's strong, steadfast, there's little more he can learn from me. And talking about him being ready for the trial, like there's really little that I could do, again, unless I was hired. And even if I was hired, they would have to implement the stuff that I wanted to. And even if they did, even if those things happen, I was hired, and they implemented the stuff that I wanted them to in a timely manner, it doesn't mean that my ideas would work. I'm sure they would, but again, like, I'll say that they are doing pretty well. And it's like, okay, well, Chavez, we like see their sales, but their sales doesn't translate to pumping prices. I agree, it doesn't. That part comes later. That will come when the NFT bull market takes hold. That'll come when a blow off top happens, when the narrative hits. It's not right now. We're in phase 2. We're barely touching phase 3. Who knows when the blow off top is, and then after that, you might have to wait several more months for OMI to go up. You might not have to. I mean, listen, I'll also say this. We went back to the 0002s for like a day, maybe a couple days, and there are random spikes. Those spikes, I'm telling you, are not random. I feel, like I said, I feel like that Sergeant Dokes meme. Like, I can't prove it, but I told you my theory before. Yeah. Anywho, John Devine saying, do you still love Ben Rose? If he was in the room right now, what would you ask him? I mean, I don't know if I ever got to the point where I knew him well enough to love him. Maybe I love the idea. I mean, I love people. I even had to. There was someone recently that maybe not too recently. I don't want to give anything away. There was a girl that I dated once, and we were friends. We were friends for like a long time. But I tell everyone I love them, because I think you should. I think you should tell your friends that you love them, because you know, I've unfortunately been there way too many times, or they just might not be there the next day. So I always make a point to say it. In the same way that couples should never go to bed angry, I think you should never tell your friends goodbye without saying that you love them. So again, even this one girl I was dating, where we were friends before, and I have no problem telling my friends I love them, but it's like, okay, now we're kind of like seeing each other. Do I not say it now, even though you're supposed to care about the person more when you're dating as opposed to when you're just friends? I just felt like, is that being like a little too like, oh, what if she doesn't know? So I just explained, like, listen, I think you have to tell your friends you love them. I'm gonna say that. I don't mean anything by it. Like, I do, but not in the way that you're normally thinking. And she was kind-minded enough, I hope, to be able to say, like, oh no, yeah, understand. Okay, love you. Bye. So in that aspect, yeah, I would tell him that, because I don't think he gave me any reason to not love him, or to not eventually love it. Like, I liked a lot what he was doing. He showed, like, for me, when I was younger, I got yelled at a lot by teachers because show your work. Like, why do I need to? Like, why do I need to show the work? Like, I got the right answer. Like, I fucking did it. Like, can you just like heck off? And you know, that always pissed me off. But it's the same with boxing, and it's like, even if your ratio of punch, let's say you're fairly accurate, but you don't throw a lot of punches, but your punches are like 40% accurate. Yeah, if you throw 10 punches, you land 4 of them. But if you have someone that is just like, they're 1% accurate, you know, and they throw 80 punches, and they land like 2 of them, you know, let's say they're like 2% accurate, you know, you're clearly expending more energy than you are. It's not really worth it, but the judges see the hand movement. Even if your punches are not as accurate, are not as strong, judges will just see the hand movement, and you could win by points. I don't know what Ben was doing was necessarily effective, because the time that he became CEO to the time when he left, the numbers did nothing but go down. However, I will say that even if he wasn't there, the numbers probably would have gone down anyway. And if he wasn't there, would the numbers have gone down further than if, like, maybe he prevented further loss of users. Now, maybe the opposite's true. Maybe the fact that he came here, like maybe if David had never relinquished that CEO position and was never co-CEO, was always just partial CEO, or was always CEO, never co-CEO, maybe the numbers wouldn't have dipped as far. It's impossible to tell. But from what I saw, Ben was showing his work. He was showing up in spaces every night. He would show up on here from his X account and be like, "Hey, Randy, great to see you." Even if he didn't sit and actually watch, and he was just saying like, "Hey, Randy, I'm here." Like what I do in spaces, I go on to speak. I go on like a minute before I'm supposed to speak. I speak and then I dip. Why? Because I'm exceedingly busy and I don't have time to hear people circle jerk about the stuff that's not going to go anywhere. I mean that in the best way possible. It just made me feel better that, hey, the CEO, even if it's just a flyby, even if it's just Iron Man, not even coming down and mingling, even if he's just saying, "Hey, how's it going?" and then he flies off. That's what Ben did. Like, it was still cool to see him here. I am a registered independent voter. I lean conservative, but I got to share the same flight line with President Obama in 2013. And that was awesome. To salute and to be saluted back by a sitting president was really freaking cool. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. Democrat, Republican, again, registered independent, lean conservative, but it was awesome to see a sitting president, regardless of what side of the aisle they sat on. It was really cool to have Greg Schultz, Biden's campaign manager, be on the podcast a couple times as a friend. I love him. I also love some other people on the right that are politicians. I'm not going to mention their names because I don't want to give too much away here. But for Ben, if you and I talked to him recently. I talked to him like a few days ago. What would I ask? Well, I mean, depends if it would be public or not. I mean, I don't know what went down and why he was officially let go. I don't. I mean, my hypothesis is that maybe VeVe didn't know how the lawsuit was going to go, and they just needed to hire someone in case they like went to jail or something. Like, let's say they had a corrupt judge, and they needed to ensure the company's future. And then my guess is that when, oh, hey, this is like a nothing burger, and thankfully the judge couldn't be bought and saw that. Okay, hey, we need this back now. I'm curious to like, hey, what, and not that it matters. I probably wouldn't waste my question on that, because even if I found out what the official reasons were that he left and unofficial, and like, it doesn't matter, because like really all anyone really I mean, I love David, and obviously anything he needs, he can ask, and I'll do my best to help. But most people, there's like, listen, it's like that Backstreet Boys song. I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you did, as long as you pump my freaking bags. As long as the bags pump in the next 6 to 8 months, I don't think anyone cares what happened in the past. I don't think they'll care what happens in the future. People just want to get rich. So although I would be curious about that probably wouldn't matter. I would ask, why go from the top digital collecting company in the world to insurance? Like, this is what the fuck? Like, I don't know who broke your heart in the past. Maybe it was VeVe. I don't know what happened, but why go to insurance? David, you was speaking on the level 100 prestige over there. David, you have so little time. I'm glad you make some for the level 100. Let's see if anyone has bought Dashy Do in the last couple of minutes. They have not. It's bitches. It's okay. Okay, we'll get more. I would say, yeah, why insurance? And I would say, like, what? I guess I would ask them. You said you didn't really have a lot of crypto. I don't care what your reasons are. Let's change that. Because Ben, I love you. Fuck it, I love you. I want to make your life better. And if your life becomes better, you'd be like, hey, Randy, thanks for all this help. And then he'll have owed me a favor. And then cash in on that whenever I want. And I wouldn't do it. I don't want people to think that my help comes with a price or that it's transactional, but listen, I've been talking about a lot of these undervalued things for a while now. And part of the reason why I do that is because when I do this animal charity thing and it goes and I'll fund most of it myself, but I would rather have 1% of everyone's else efforts than 100% of my own. It might take some work to move, 200 bricks from front yard to the backyard. Like it would take several trips. It would take some muscle. You'd be tired. At 100%, maybe I could do that, depending on how much a normal brick weighs. I could do that in a couple of trips. But if I just had 1% of 100 other people's, they just have to take 1% of their effort. They all just take 2 bricks, 1 in each hand, and they walk. And it's more efficient. So yeah, help people because it's the right thing to do, but also not because their help would genuinely benefit me, but because their help eventually would benefit animals. So I don't want them to like, hey, here's a $10,000 check to Randy Chavez. It would be to like the Chavez Charity Corporation or whatever charity that I make. So I wouldn't even ask them. I guess I would, if I would ask them, be like, hey, let me do this for you. Get his permission to build a crypto portfolio for him, and then eventually say like, hey, when I open up this charity, you take a portion of these proceeds, you take a portion of the profits, and you just donate to the charity. It's a tax write-off. And if you want to do something for me sooner, I'd have them invest in my friend Pixie's charity. So like 501c3, ladies on Solana, ladies on Sol. Go do something like that. And that's what I would tell them if you wanted to donate quick. Anywho, oh gosh, there's more. The IV versus Randy. You should also do VeVe supported giveaways. I do. We could do one tonight. What could tonight's VeVe supported giveaway be? It could. All right. The first person to answer a question, that I see the correct answer, will get tonight's giveaway. And it will be on VeVe comics in general. How many comics are there? There are how many comics? I mean, like how many in each? How many mints are there for each comic? Usually. And whoever answers how many mints there are for each comic, usually will get that giveaway. Sleep in comics with Randy. Oh my God, sleep in my bay. So freaking cute. Verse got it. It's 1,000. Congrats. IVVverse, just shoot me a message on X, or comment down below what your VeVe name is, like your name on VeVe, your username, and then we'll do that. I have not hit those pull-ups in a little bit, but 10 is good. I could probably do 10 right now. But I have to fix my fix this here real quick because this will this is going to shut off on me. So maybe I'll do like 8 and then I'll do 3. I don't even know if I can do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's 10. And okay, we're good. Those that saw it on YouTube can confirm. I did it. I want those boots. Oh gosh. Okay. My body. There we go. John Nivy says, I was in charge of the new app. He was in charge of the new app layout, which was rushed. I mean, everything was rushed in general anyway, but that's fine. Again, in the past. Ben did a good job while he was here. I liked, again, he showed good work. For OMI Focus we have now, definitely need OMI Focus. You did it, IVVverse. Just drop your, what do you call it? Drop your VeVe username down below. Ethan Mascarena saying, Randy headed Tom from DEVVE crack 8 million transactions per second. I know the story. He was driving somewhere on a rain-soaked highway. I don't know where, but he said he had to pull over because he finally figured out the sharding technique. He called Ray, the current CEO. Was like, I did it. I figured it out. And called him. While Vitalik and Charles Hudson couldn't pull it off all these years. How's it? He just, there's a book called The Citadel where this one kid is like the son of like a great rock climber or mountain climber or whatever, and you know, they're about to attack the Citadel, you know, like the highest mountain thing like ever, and you know, the most treacherous path. And then this one guy asked this kid, like, how do you plan to do it? And he's like, well, I think if we go this way for X amount of reasons. And the guy's like, yeah, your father said that too. I was like, what do you know? I think it's just, you can be great and intelligent and try, hey, this seems like the best way. And you could be the greatest, but you just go the wrong way. Tom just found the right way. And he did it. That's just what it was. Well, that's just what it comes down to. It's the fact that he found the right way first. Metallica and Hoskinson actually dumb, and no, they are not dumb. They are some of the smartest men on earth. Shouldn't Tom be celebrated world? Tom will be celebrated worldwide for this. They don't know his name yet, but my good golly gosh, they will. Tom single-handedly reshaped, revolutionized global finance. There'll be a documentary. There'll probably be multiple documentaries on him. Very happy to have gotten him on the show. Very happy to just have the relationship I have with him. I don't know if people really know how special that mind is. And it's so strange because like he hangs out in the FIAS chat sometimes where it's just like, hey, who got this high score? Me, you know, I had a bunch of high scores on the Litcraft Experience games. And that's just, he's just a gamer. Like it just, there was one show that Elon Musk did years ago where it was like this radio coding club in like a high school, and they did like an hour and a half, and they're like, hey, we kind of have to stop now. And Elon's like, well, we go a little longer, because at the end of the day, this wasn't like a journalist asking him questions. It wasn't a politician. It wasn't someone seeking funding. It was just his people. It was just people that were into coding, and they were and they were just shooting the shit. And when you find people like that, like, so maybe I don't even appreciate him as much as I should, because as much as we talk about like business, the most fun I have, and again, I appreciate every moment I can get with him. And it's unfortunate that we only talk about business. It's like when Sirius Black tells Harry, it's a shame I got to spend so much time with your father, so little time with you. It's like, it's a shame that we only really talk about business and we don't get to talk about gaming as much, because that's when I think we have the most fun. It's like, bro, did you like this high score? How did you do that? Like, well, I did it this way. How did you do it? Oh, this is what I did. And it's just, it's like being back in grade school. Be like, oh, how'd you defeat the elite? Like, how did you, like, you have, like, Beedrill can do what? Like, you're doing what? How did you beat this game? This is fucking nuts. Like, you did a completely different way with me. And that's, yeah. He'll be recognized, obviously, for all of that, of what you're saying. But yeah, and that will be celebrated to the extent that it will be. But my favorite version is like the gamer time, the one that gamers just kind of go in and that's what we know and love. I hope they include that. I hope they give us small morsel of that when they make the documentaries about him. So close, so close, so good, so good. All right, we're so close to the $14.9 million, or I'm sorry, $1,000 market cap. I don't know why it says that. It says billion. It says 9B. Like, why does it say 14.9 billion? That's clearly not the case. But you know what? Whatever. Maybe we get there at some point. Maybe it's showing us the future. Well, thank you, Randy. Thank you. Far too kind. Those aren't real pull-ups or cheating. Nah. DM you. No, DM me. Red Song Hall of Fame by the script. I have not. Send it to me when you message me. Mid 10 looks so easy. 10 is hard for me. I've been doing this for a long time, and I lost a lot of weight recently, so it's easier for me to do pull-ups. Your best believes crypto. My guest believes crypto is saying in his stream that Tom is going to win a Nobel Prize for how it redefined finance on Earth and the way mankind moves money and value from now on onwards. Is that true? I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, it's possible. I hadn't thought, and I love looking at Nobel Prizes for many things, and physics being one of them. But yeah, I have to take a picture of that, and I also want to, yeah, because he's probably right. That is a scenario in which I see happening. Let me just make sure. Okay, very good. Probably right. Hall of Fame is very motivational. Maybe you can try listening now on YouTube. Well, it'll demonetize me, so I can't right now, but I can do that. I can do that as soon as I'm done here and get that bread. Anyway, we got stuff to go over. What do we got here? Josh Mandel talking about 444, meaning 444,000 for Bitcoin, which is insane. U.S. initial jobless claims 231,000. The expected was 240,000. Footage of Randy Chavez. There was an issue with the other day's Fantastic Four drop, and I've removed it from the shop to investigate further. I'm not sure what the rest of it was. That is insane, dude. Some girls are wild. Dude, girls on their cycle are so wild sometimes, and I love them for it. They're great. Okay. Josh Mandel says people just don't seem to get how wild this is. The very definition of cognitive dissonance. Oh God, no! I took a screenshot of the wrong part. Never mind. I'm dumb. I have a case of the dumbs sometimes. Comey says there are plenty of ways to grab OMI and join the utility token that powers where the world collects. We've listed some of the most popular exchanges and wallets where you can pick it up. What's your go-to spot for acquiring the OMI token? I think they are teasing the fact that they will go on and list more exchanges at some point. In my opinion. Unmuted, DEVVE. Okay, over 25 billion has been accumulated by digital asset treasuries this quarter, with 54% of inflows to ETH, which is wild. Metaplanet sets up Miami subsidiary for Bitcoin derivative strategy. Fed cuts by 25 basis points. We all knew that a few days ago. The SEC approved generic listing standards for ETFs, paving the way for digital asset listings without explicit approval. Shoot. DBS, Franklin Templeton, Ripple team up on tokenized money market fund trading. You have SEC approving Grayscale's multi-crypto fund with XRP, Solana, and ADA. South Korea's first one-pegged WON stablecoin KRW1 launches on Avalanche. 25% of public Bitcoin treasury firms now have market caps worth less than the value of their Bitcoin holdings. Hash Crypto Real says the US stock market just closed at an all-time high. That was from yesterday. How far away are we going here? Okay, we only have a couple of these left. Asian Dan says it's a good time to buy more OMI. Basically just doing bicep curls, at least hit a full stretch. I do. Okay, so I don't know if you were like looking and advise Penguin. Bicep curls, I would be over here and my arms would be under. The pull-ups are this way. I mean, if you wanted me to go wide, I could go wide and that's cool. However, that does hurt my shoulder. So even though I could do those, I don't want to. Ow. I don't want to. Ben Korea says, I bought more DEVVE last night. My man. Get that bread. So yeah, Asian Dan going over and saying that it's a good time to buy more OMI. Why is he saying that? I don't know. We'll see. Consensus, Joseph Lubin has confirmed that a MetaMask token is coming. Let's see what we've got there. CZ, watching BNB go from 10 cents to 1,000 is something that words cannot explain. I agree. Okay, meow. Thank you for everyone watching on the DDOO talk. Bill Gardner saying what up. 6 to 12 months from now, the big story in crypto is going to be credit and borrowing. It will explosively grow over the next few years, and there are two vectors. There's nearly $4 trillion of crypto and growing. When people can borrow against this crypto rather than sell, they will. 2, there is over $60 trillion in public equities alone in the US. As assets tokenize, someone with $7,000 worth of a stock will be able to borrow against that for the first time on chain. Crypto is going to reshape capital markets. It's just getting started. That is a good reason why I buy DEVVE and DEFINITY. That is amazing. Okay, I've already gone over an hour here. Yeah, DEFINITY looking hella juicy, girl. Hella juicy. I do have other stuff to go over, but I do not have I have other stuff to go over, but I don't have what do you call it? I have like 40% on this, 84% on this, 50% on that. I need a new charger. Let's see what OMI's doing right now. It's at 00034, up about 1% on the day. I am going to bounce right now. I will go live on Pump Fund again later for the DDOO if we get to a $15,000 market cap. And for y'all over here, I will go in and I'll end it now as well because, like I said, I have stuff to do. See you. Bye, friendos. I love you. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. We love you. Have a blessed weekend, everyone. Get that rest. I will be working, but everyone else will. Yes. All right. I love you guys. Bye. Hey. Oh. Man. Interlude. No, what's that line from Britney Spears song? Wishing that heroes, they truly exist.